So, what do I call this? Is this episode 5? If it is, oh shit, I guess it's time for another episode. I've gotten a lot of questions over the years about what still works on the PSP version, and I realize that I've answered most of them. But, I'd make an excuse to make another video. So, here's that. And for the most part, all the old glitches still work, with the only real exception being the duplicating gem bug, which now, since every version's based off the PSP version, is totally broken, so sorry. But the luck cheat can still be used in the main menu, and still doesn't require a completed save. The warg toss for getting past death still works. And you know what? To be honest, the death skip's been made way easier in the PSP version. All you need to do is go right to the square where he is, immediately go left, go right again, go left again. Once the music stops, that'll be your cue to go right. And once you do, he's nowhere to be seen. And of note about the PSP version is if you drop straight down, it doesn't glitch you out like it normally would. So, fairy duplication still works. If you're in any area, let's just say, and you want to duplicate potions, put one potion in your inventory, take enough damage for the fairy to actually start the winding animation, and while she's in the middle of winding, go into your inventory, equip the potion, watch as she spends a negative item, and then you get loaded with max items. And you can do this for any number of things. You can do this for Uncurse, you can do this for serums, you can do this for anything that basically will heal your status ailments. Now, as far as Richter's a little bit weird. Instead of doing the normal setup with the Buffalo Star and eating all that extra nonsense, you're just going to go to the 4th step in the staircase, jump straight up, and you want to press X, hold it, so you get a long jump. As you start to go back down into the frame, what you're looking for is the inner lining of Alucard's cloak. Once you see that touch the edge of the screen, you're going to press the bat transform button, and then that will glitch the screen out. And then from there, you can skip them just like you normally would. Now, the only one that's been made more of a pain in the ass in some ways and easier in others is the relic skip. Now, normally if you're playing in the inverted castle, you have to go and collect all the relics, and then come back here to get access to fight Dracula. But with the PSP version, again, things are made a little different. Instead, you're going to use the save point. And so all you're going to do is go to the save point, go left of it, press up to cue the save point. And you're going to do this 4 times, and you can do it 5 or 6. And then once you do that, you're going to jump up, you're going to backdash into the edge of the screen, and that will drop you down. Now, why this works, I think it works the same way that either shift line or reverse shift line does, where it throws your character off just enough to where you can glitch through the screen and then fall down. There's a couple of those. You can, of course, look those up for more information. But anyway, once you drop down, the screen will start flashing. It's pretty annoying. You're going to need to hold left and then press the bat button to transform. Now, at this point, I think you can just fly from where you are over. Like, I don't even think you necessarily need the wing smash, but if you do use the wing smash, I'd say just use it about 3 times, and then you should be right where you need to be. And the crazy part is, I wouldn't even have figured out how to do the last one if it wasn't for this guy, Jinyu. So, go give him a thumbs up, because, I would have not have been able to figure this out otherwise. I was completely lost. The timing and the placement and everything is completely different from, what was on the PlayStation. And also, if you're into glitches and that kind of thing, and exploits, again, the other channel I have to give a big shout out to is Paulo. Paulo has all of the glitches and more. He's the person that continuously stumbles on a new stuff, so if that's something you're interested in, give him a follow. I just figure I'd take a second to go ahead and cover some of the PSP because it's something that's just a blind spot. I never got around to it, and so at least this has it covered. And then of course, since the PS4 version and iOS version are based on the PSP, all of these should work for those versions as well. If they don't, leave a comment. And also, if there are other things that you have found in the PS4 version, leave that in the comments, because I'm not an all-encompassing body of knowledge when it comes to any of this stuff. All I do is collage these in a way that's quickly digestible and easy to follow. That's literally it. The real work being done as far as speedrunning in the community is done by the speedrunning community. Most people would probably consider me a tourist. I did the speedrunning videos, I figured out how to get my own listed on the database, and then once I did that, I was pretty much done. The only other thing I've picked up recently that I thought was kind of interesting was Metal Gear Solid. So, maybe I'll get around to making that a video at some point. But yeah, hopefully this helps, and yeah, maybe if nothing else, I'll see you in the next video.
I'm sorry. I can't let him disappear from my life.
It's all right. Go after him. Perhaps you can save his haunted soul.
Thank you, Richter. Fare thee well.
And yourself, dear lady.